What's up, guys? We got a great video from Araco TV when delusional woke people get owned.
Do you think that you would talk about this as a cis straight male?
Hold on, you can't assume my gender.
But am I wrong?
Yeah, you're wrong.
Okay, but you're still a cis male. Or
How do you know that, though?
Got him!
Because I look like one, right?
no, because
Then why?
I think I didn't give permission to film me. I don't want to be filmed. Public stream, you don't need your permission. Cool.
You literally walked up to him and took a photo without his
Yeah, I'm
permission.
not being put on f***ing TV, though, you know?
Are you worried you're going to come off looking stupid?
No,
so-
it's not something I want to debate. That was just very typical of the level of intelligence. Oh, he's back.
Don't you find it funny that you said you don't want to be on film, you walked up, you took a photo without his consent, then you complained about being filmed without consent, and then you just won't leave us alone?
Being interviewed and photographed, you know?
Why?
What do you mean, why?
Okay, so you didn't have to answer. It's just being photographed without consent is the same
I
thing.
don't want to be interviewed.
And you're still here.
It's like Mike Tyson said, social media made people way too comfortable with disrespecting people and not getting punched in the face for it. And I'm not encouraging violence, I'm just saying you can tell this strip of a man has gotten away with being annoying his whole life.
Older people like you guys, you can't grasp the idea.
Excuse me, I'm quite young.
All right, buddy.
I identify as 19.
See, this is the argument that people keep pulling. It's not about that.
Why
If
is that
people
not
want
a
to be
legitimate argument, though? Why can't I identify as a black person, but I can identify as a woman?
what? See, this is what I mean. Why is it harmful that people want to, like, identify as another gender? How does that harm you?
How does it harm you that I want to identify as 19?
It doesn't harm me.
Okay, so then why don't you accept it?
I didn't say I didn't accept it.
Do you accept that I'm 19?
If you want to say that, it doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't affect me.
So will you take back your statement where you said that I was an old man?
What?
You know, she says it doesn't harm anybody to identify as whatever you want, but what about the men identifying as women so they can go into women's spaces and do God knows what? Or what about the 50-year-old man that identifies as a 13-year-old girl?
A 50-year-old trans swimmer competed against teen girls in Canada. Melody Weishart reportedly left many girls uncomfortable after they had to share a changing room with the male-born adult. Parents told the Toronto Sun they were forced to set up a makeshift tent to protect their kids' privacy. Took place at the 1500-meter freestyle for athletes 16 and older, where the trans swimmer was placed second. Swimming Canada and Swim Ontario defended Weishart's participation, saying that their sport is for everyone.
The parents need to toughen up and really put their foot down. You can't allow this type of shit. There's no way that I'm allowing my daughter in a changing room with a fully grown man or allowing her to compete against one. There's not a chance in hell.
Like the rules are not applicable, so it don't matter as long as somebody identifies as something. Then they get to fit in. Imagine if a bunch of men identify as women, or Mike Tyson at some point, or these other, or Mayweather at some point identifies as a woman and he wants to be fighting women. How is that going to be? Some of these things don't even make sense. And the people that allow it to happen, maybe it's people that don't have children. If they had children, I'm sure they will have a different feel about certain things. Because, like, how are you going to allow a 50-something-year-old man share the same bathroom with you or change room with your daughter? That don't make sense.
Because here's a scenario for you. Lionel Messi puts his hand up and says, actually, I'm feeling like a woman today. Do you play him in the American women's national team, Francesca? Yes or no?
Yes, right now. Hell yeah. Are you kidding me?
Wow.
Messi on the U.S. women's national team? Hell yeah.
Would you
because
allow
that would
Usain
mean-
Bolt to do that and be in the sprinting
Yes,
team?
because that would mean they're a trans woman. They identify as
I
women.
get it.
You would have to
So just to be clear,
transition.
you'd let Lionel Messi play in the women's national football team and destroy
Hell yeah,
women's football
welcome.
forever. You'd let Usain
it'd be
Bolt...
very difficult
Hang on.
to get a ticket, which would
You
suck.
I want to do a little checklist here. You'd let Usain Bolt compete as a sprinter in the American women's Olympic team?
Yes.
Okay. You would
Yes.
let Floyd Mayweather compete as a boxer in the women's American boxing
Yeah.
team?
Yeah,
you
of
are
course
a
you have to be,
complete
like, the
and utter
heavyweight,
lunatic.
I completely agree
Lunacy.
I agree with Francesca. And I'd go
They
further,
would
actually,
have
Piers.
to
You always...
transition.
Piers,
lunacy.
You always say that you want to be a penguin. I would let you live at London Zoo in a cage like the rest of the
You know
penguins.
what? I'd be a very popular exhibit.
You would. And you'd be
Esther,
locked up.
Esther,
You really
here's the
would.
problem.
For the rest
It
of
is
the
so
world.
delusional. The idea you would let Usain Bolt say, I'm a woman, and compete against women on a racetrack when no man can compete with him, right? It's utterly ridiculous.
Well, I'm just convinced that they don't actually believe this, but to the logical conclusion of their ludicrous arguments facilitates the need to actually say these things. Also, this is a testament to the poor quality of public education in both the US and the UK, that you both don't understand the basic economics of how sports entertainment works.
Yeah.
If there are not enough bums on seats, you don't get paid enough. That's literally it.
That's
So
it.
sitting there outraged about the fact that some female players don't make as much as some male athletes, guess what? Go and buy the tickets to their games and start boosting up their viewing figures, and then maybe
Caitlin Clark.
She doesn't make sense. The other lady on the right doesn't make sense. Even the lady in the middle doesn't make sense. Because if you saw what happened at the Olympics the other day, where the woman from, is it Algeria? Yeah, and she had some XY chromosome and maybe higher testosterone, but she's not a transgender woman, she's a woman. And you saw what happened to the Italian woman. She even, like, within 46 seconds, she started crying that she can't compete because she's fighting a man when she was fighting a woman with some XY chromosome. Now, these women here will start telling you that it's fine if somebody transitions, they should be able to compete with the women. She's lying. And then the other lady is saying she touches about equal pay, like women's sports doesn't make as much, and she's talking about like everyone wants to see some bum on the TV. No, lady, we watch men's soccer and we enjoy men's soccer. We watch men basketball and we enjoy men basketball. It's so like what? There are no bums there, and we enjoy the sport. So what she's saying, she's trying to, that don't make sense. Unless maybe you're going to the Kamala Harris campaign where you want to see Megan Thee Stallion do a thing, on which I doubt how many people would want to go and see that.
I think
more
Francesca's
views.
Look
point-
at the revenue for the Women's World Cup and compare it to the Men's World Cup. They are light years away.
I don't believe this woman believes anything that comes out of her own mouth. I think she's just saying it all for attention and views, and she's probably made a whole brand out of it and made a bunch of money from it. I actually don't believe the majority of the people that say this type of shit believe what they're saying, and the ones that say they do are either pretending or they need Michael.
Stop it. Get some help.
How's a graduation? Let's see how much students actually know what they stand for. If you get them right, you win $100. First question, have you guys chanted from the river to the sea?
Yes.
Okay, which river, which sea?
The Sea of...
So you don't know that? No. The answer was the Mediterranean and the Jordan. Wouldn't it be great if these expensive colleges actually taught them something?
I've seen a few of you in the comments say that I'm not pro-Palestine because I take the piss out of these protesters. I'm not taking the piss out of them because they're supporting Palestine. I'm taking the piss out of them because they don't even know what they're supporting. They're a bunch of aimless sheep that are just following anything they're told to follow.
No, I can't believe this. No, my ancestors did not come here on the Mayflower.
Your ancestors came on the Mayflower.
No.
You are descended from one of the 101 people who sailed on the Mayflower.
Oof. That's a little bit too much to deal.
So that woman's name is Angela Davis. She is one of the most anti-white and pro-reparations leaders in America. Not only did she just learn that her ancestors were colonizers, but she later found out that they were also slave owners. You can't pick and choose your bloodline, Angela, and 23andMe says it's time for you to pay up.
Some respect. We are not interested in knowing what you think about sex or gender.